Did you just put it in the mailbox?
Yesterday.
Oh, then I haven't got the mail yet.
I'll call the meeting to order.
I would make a motion to approve minutes from May 6th.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the minutes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Minutes stand approved. On the agenda, Joe brought that application or...
It's a report, it's a site monitoring report from Tri-Leaf.
And we need to maybe acknowledge,
Probably
receive
review
it
it.
and sign it.
I'll
So,
make a motion then to amend the agenda to include the Tri-Leaf discussion.
Second that motion.
motion's been made and seconded to amend the agenda. All those in favor say aye.
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 I'll now move to accept the amended agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the amended agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Agenda's approved. It's 10 o'clock. Sherry, this will constitute a hearing on the Dan Dre, or was it not Dan Dre? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we need to have them go over it a little more. They're claiming points for setbacks, and none of them are marked on their maps, like when they're starting manure. They're claiming points, I don't know if you want to see them.
Sure.
I drove by.
Okay, like here, number 30, they're claiming points for additional distance, so they're taking 500 feet for the closest resident. While the one site in Early, or right next to Early, they go behind the school grounds, or the church and...
Oh,
where
where
they're
Northwest of town.
Yeah, when they're spreading manure is what we're talking about. Like this one. You know, they don't have any kind of a market that they're set back at all. So it looks like they're spreading right up to it, but yet they're claiming points. And I think they need to, you know, mark it and document it that they're, and that's the way that all of them are. You know, like close to the creek, the public use area, you know, like they gotta be back farther from the football field. And here is, well, that one they're not claiming.
They are injecting.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is fine, but when they want to take additional points, you know what I mean, injection, you don't have to be big or anything, but if they're gonna make a distance of 500 feet, then they have to, I think they need to mark that they're gonna be back 500 feet on all that, where they're spreading manure.
Great.
And even up by the creek in number 34, you know, the water source on the one, let's see what that grandma said. Be a real, I spent more time on this one than I have on any of them. This one. I don't know, the one site, they spur right up by the creek that goes on Highway 20 over there. You know, on Ira where it curves over the road.
Okay. You're saying they need to stay away from
I think they need to document that they're gonna stay back. If they're gonna claim points that they're gonna be additional 400 feet away, I think then they need to mark it on all their
Yeah.
manure spreading maps.
How-
That's,
What about their setback on the site from, there's a farmstead to the northwest? Is that, are they
On the-
far enough? Yeah.
she signed a waiver,
Oh, she did.
yeah.
I drove by yesterday, and that looks kind of close.
Yeah, well, she signed a waiver, and if they sign a waiver, then it's just basically you forget the site there.
Yeah, there's the barn right there.
You can do that even if there's a water source and everything?
Well, not the water source, I mean, but her well and her house is just like it's not there then. So they can't, you know, because they're claiming distance to be so far from a well or a residence. And she signed a waiver, you just kind of ignore the site then. Yeah.
We really haven't had any waivers the sign waivers coming since we've been doing this master.
Because I called the DNR about that. I didn't think, I said, so in other words, I said it kind of comes down to somebody with a lot of money, if you pay it off, it's going to come down to that. And he said, well, yeah, I guess it can. So, yeah, that's Shirley's the one on the west side of the road then.
Okay. That was the only, when I looked at it. That's-
Yeah, no, they wouldn't have been, they've been a lot. When she signed it, but I just think they need to go through
Okay.
and, if they're going to claim points for it, I think then they need to document it.
Those were the only questions you had as far as,
Yep. And, well, the one site on number 4, it's real iffy. There's one building's sitting here, and the other one's going to be sitting over here. I don't know if you can see that. And they're claiming it closer than what I'm claiming it. And it's going to be so close that on the computer program, you move that dot just an inch and it makes a lot of difference. So I don't know if we need to have somebody else go out there and measure it accurately.
you're saying they're claiming it's closer to what?
They're farther away than I am.
Okay.
Here it's to the closest water source. They're claiming it to be 1,000 to 1,250 feet. And when I do it, I come up with less. And I took a roller and went just on the gravel road here and rolled it, which isn't real accurate either. I have no idea exactly, but I don't know how. It isn't a big water source. This is just a real minor creek going through a field. You know what I mean?
Still a water source.
But they're the one, So that's the other iffy one that I just.
I guess you contact them and we don't,
Yeah.
we don't make approval until all those are answered.
I think the road's kind of, I think the water from here runs that way, looks like. Have you been up there?
Yeah, I've been there.
I don't know. That still does make a difference.
Yeah, well, because this is the water source that they're going from, and they measured from it too, but it is just, right in this, there's such a difference between 1,000 feet and 1,001, you know what I mean?
Difference of 5 points in the scoring.
Yeah,
And
and
what did they have for total when you were?
they had
what
10
was-
extra points.
What was presented?
10 extra points, they had 450 and you need 440.
440, yeah.
But I think with all these manure ones that they're spreading manure closer, they need to document, that'll take them way down. There's 3 of those. And I'm not saying they can't probably end up doing it, but they need to document, especially like by early, I think, if you're gonna be spreading manure right up to it, someone's gonna holler.
Sure. And that's pretty common knowledge that that should be documented.
And I probably would have called them right away if I seen it, because I did call them. One time they were missing some papers, so then I waited and they got back papers to me. And then they were taking distances from the first shed, going to the neighbors. And I said, well, you have to go from the second shed. Well, then that changed a couple more points, so that's why we started back over again. So I came to this and I just thought, well, let them take it and redo it again and do it in 30 days. Or go from there, I guess. That's my opinion.
Are you going up there at 1 o'clock?
Yeah, I think so. I've got a water sample I'm supposed to get at 1, but I'll go early but I plan on being there, yes. Because I'm kind of curious what his opinion, if he can measure or what he thinks to the water source, kind of let the DNR have say something or something. I don't know if they will or not, but I'm kind of.
Well, I don't think that's an alternative. I think they have to.
Oh, I'll be there.
They kind of change it where
4:30.
some of them, they don't
Yeah.
verify
5:30.
everything.
4:30.
That's up to the
Yeah.
to do.
Really?